Alright guys, so this is a video that I'm just gonna go over a few things. I was gonna put out a video last week. I yeah, I went to the store, got a bunch of longer plants because I wanted longer plants. I'm gonna be putting them in this tank, of course. I also got some more I forget, but they're the same shrimp that I got in here, the ones that are good at eating algae and all that. Mono shrimp. A mono shrimp. That's it. So I got some more mono shrimp. And I have something that I'm worried will eat all the guppies in here. That I'm going to put in here tomorrow. Because I saw something listed while I was scrolling through the groups and all that. Rehoming bully angelfish. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting the angelfish in the quarantine for a couple of weeks and then moving it to the 80 gallon. But before I do that, I'm going to have to remove everything from the quarantine. Not a big deal. Just some reorganizing. So, without any further ado, I'm going to go get my arms, because I'm doing a water change on all the tanks today too. But I suppose I can save the water change on the other tank for tomorrow. I have tomorrow off as well. So I'm going to get my arms scrubbed up now. That way I can go arms deep in the tanks. I'm gonna do some reorganizing in the 65, and I'm thinking in a couple weeks I'll do it in the 80 gallon right before I put that angelfish in, because there's just not enough cover in there for an angelfish right now. But I did order some driftwood that I can just organize in here properly. I want to get all the rocks set up in one area and then driftwood through it the rest of the tank. Just enough for cover for anything that needs it. So I'll wash up my arms and I'll be back. This is the part that I accidentally deleted, but basically I'm about to take everything in the quarantine and put it all into the 65 gallon. Alright, so the plants are in there now. Now all I have to do is get the fish in. Well, it's done. Finally, it is done. Unfortunately, I did break my lid again while trying to remove stuff from the quarantine. That's what I hate about these lids. So very fragile. So, a couple more nights of doing this and it'll get back to normal. But aside from that, tank's done. Probably needs a filter cleaning. Anyways, that's done. I did move the blind Cory into that tank as well. I'm actually looking at it. Glare, but the blind Cory's up there in the corner. Or not in the corner. Swimming by the glass right there. To the other Cory. I haven't seen its own kind in so long. Got all the plants planted kind of where I want them. I want the longer ones in the very back, but not much I can really do about that. The substrate's not exactly even. There's, don't get me wrong, it's even coating, but there's, more sand in some places and more other stuff in others. So the guppies are swimming back there by the filter. And most of them are anyway. I only found 2 of the shrimp out of 3, so I have no idea if the third one just ended up in there while I washed the decorations in there. Who knows? Should be fine. As for quarantine, all that's left is this. I'll fix the lid and then put it back on there, but it's just the snail and that should be it. Just some floaters, the snail. The longer plants up there, I gotta replant that. Kinda wanna take that big plant right there out because it's got a big old rhizome, but it's not growing very well. I got floaters in there. I gotta remove some of the swag from the top. See, there's like dead leaves and stuff. Let all the dead stuff sort itself out. One. Hopefully it'll be fine like this. It's all dirty because I just dropped a bunch of water on it, so it's hard to focus, but hopefully this will fit. Got a bunch of water on the floor, so I can clean that up. I couldn't bury all those properly, but it should over time start to dig itself in. Kind of just got some rocks like this, just covering what isn't buried, so it'll push down. There's a lot in this tank now. Nothing more goes in this tank. I want to remove this one because it's got a bunch of dead stuff on it. I want to remove it and I want to bury what I can bury. I just got to do a water change in here so that'll help clear it up a bit. So I'm just going to remove this plant, clean it up. I'll put it in 80, see if it's okay in there. I've decided to do the other tank tomorrow. Maybe. Nah, I'll do it today. I kind of wanted the plants to get settled in before I did the water change, but I'm gonna do it today. So I got my bag to go get the angelfish tomorrow. You hear that? It's much quieter. That filter, I took it out and I fixed it because the pin in it needed adjusting because the pin was off angle. So I took it out, took the motor out, took the pin out of the motor, unbent the pin, jammed it back in there, made sure it was center, and dealt with it. Right now, I'm dealing with this tank, and it's about 4. So I figure if I can do it within the next 3 hours, I'm going to make sure the tank is done. But I still have to cook dinner and all that shit. Everything looks like it's doing okay. I'm gonna have to do a substrate vacuum in here tomorrow. Hopefully I don't knock any plants loose. And I'm gonna have to start fully dedicating myself to putting the liquid CO2 in. Alright, so I think that just about does it. Oh, and I already started gluing this. So far I've just put a large amount of super glue on it, but figure layer today, layer tomorrow, be done with it. Just put a ridiculous amount of Gorilla super glue on it, but yeah. It worked before, it'll work again. The light still functions, I just gotta dry the glue because it's not holding in there. Till tomorrow. The other part of the video. So it is the second day. I am going to be doing this tank today for a water change. But another thing I've been doing is I just got back from the place where I was getting an angelfish from the person. So it'll be going in here. Now you're probably wondering what the hell that sound is. I have kind of like a drip acclimation system. but a little bit faster. I don't have the time, nor does that bucket have the oxygen for a full drip system where it's literally drop. So let's use my cleaning hose for 5 gallon. Winched it slightly with that. Angled it, went straight in to the bucket where I need it to be. Yeah. Reason I'm adjusting my glasses so much is because this is my backup pair. I don't like wearing glasses at home anyway, but it's my backup pair. So yeah, everything in this tank seems to be doing well. I just fed them before I left. There's still a little bit of food in there. Hasn't been that long, 20 minutes. And everything's still eating for the most part. So there's the Cory, the blind Cory, and it's still eating. And it's been doing exceptionally well. I mean, very well. Just using its olfactory sense. They have little barbels for a reason, so they can pick up the smell of food. So I think reintroducing this to this tank was a good decision. It had the 20 gallons, so the ease of adjusting, getting itself comfortable to, finding food. But now it's learned to just follow along the glass. So it knows what the glass is. It can feel the glass. So it kind of just follows along the glass and smells where the food is and eats there. So it's doing well. I'd say this drip acclimation is almost done. I'll put the heater. Oh, I definitely lost a little bit of water from this tank, but I'll put a new bucket in, it'll be fine. Now, what I want to do is I want to replant the long stem plant that I had in here. So I'll get my aquarium tweezers and I'll figure that out. I did leave a bunch of floaters in here, most of the Sylvinia, so it will grow. I threw some in there just so they'd have some comfort. Familiarity, right? If you're used to seeing something above you, you're gonna want. Plus, I think it looks nice. So that's done. It's been temperature acclimated already. It has been drip acclimated. Get all my floaters out of that bucket. I put a bunch of them in there. And I don't want them getting on the fish. So just clear them from the top. All right, here we go. Now then. Oh, and I've decided to keep his original name because I thought it was interesting and hilarious. So its original name was Sparkles. That's what she told me it was, so I picked it up. So, hold on. So, sparkles is an orange and silver angelfish. This is sparkles. This is the angelfish that's going to be going in the 80 ounce. It's really friendly. Alright, so that's the end of this video. Part 2 will be coming out soon. Because I'm holding these videos back a bit, just because I don't edit them much. So until next video, peace.